Hello guys, welcome to my channel Be Great on Air. On this channel, we discuss political issues, we discuss social issues, we discuss economic issues. What we do is to do analysis, run commentaries, and do breakdown analysis of all the trending issues, all the political issues that are happening within Ghana and in Africa. So we are going to bring you up to speed. What I want you to do now, right now, I mean now, is to subscribe to this platform. What again? To like my content, to share my content, and turn on your notification button so that anytime I post anything at all, right, you can have notification of it and we can write together or learn together. So please don't forget to subscribe to this platform. My name is Be Great here on Be Great on Air.
Subscribe to my channel.
Okay, thanks for joining me once again here on Be Great on Air. And today we are going to have to discuss the NPP's agenda of breaking the eight and whether they are able to break the eight with the team they have put together, which is their campaign team, which was announced some few hours ago. They say they want to break the eight. As a result, they've put together some 40 individuals within the party who form the entire team to galvanize support and to win the vote of Ghanaians for them in the 2024 general elections. Well, my analysis is going to be on whether, the caliber of persons that have been put together, their strengths, their weaknesses, and what they bring to the table. Can they really pull the support? Can they really pull or bring to bear what it is to really break the eight? On top of the campaign team is what is called the Campaign Advisory Committee. This is not the first time, really, that the NPP has put together what is called Campaign Advisory Committee. It was done in 2016, in 2020, and I think in 2012, right? It was done where, some members of the party who are seen to be elders of the party or who are seen, to be godfathers and godmothers, right, of the party or statesmen of the party are put together to be advising the campaign in all spheres. So here we have His Excellency, the former President, John Kumko, for being part of it. The current President, Nana Akufo-Addo, also being part of it. You have the former chairperson of the party, Freddie Blay, also being part of it. And you should know that Freddie Blay has played some role in the party, apart from being the national chairman for some time. He has also participated in campaigns of the party. For instance, in 2012, he was a member of the campaign team, and so you should know that he comes with some experience. You also have Akosua-Afrima or Pari, who is the chief of staff currently, and who has also served as a member of parliament, for Ayawaso West Wogon constituency for some time, before she left the scenes, right? So she's also coming to the table with some experience, right, in politics. You also have her doing some other things. For instance, in the 2012 campaign of the NPP, Akosua-Afrima Opare was the chairperson of the Conflict Resolution Committee of the party. And so you should know that she has some experience so far as campaigning and strategies are concerned, right? Again, you have the campaign operations. Now, the campaign operation, interestingly, is being chaired by the general secretary, right, or the head of operations of the entire campaign is being chaired by the general secretary. And I think it makes sense, right? Justin Kodia is going to be the director or the head of the entire operations, and he's going to be supported by Henry Nana Boakye, who is popularly called Nana B. And I think when you look at this structure of the operations, it takes the form of that of 2020. In 2020, it was the same because in 2020, John Bodu, who was then the general secretary of the party, was heading operations, right? And then Sami Oku, who was then the national, organizer of the party, was, as it were, deputizing or supporting. So the 2024 strategy in terms of operations or head of operations and deputy follows the trend of that of 2020, where John Boadu, general secretary, and Sami Oku, national organizer, were leading, and now it is Justin Kodia, general secretary, and Nana B, which is the national organizer, also leading. But it departs slightly from that of 2016 election. In 2016, John Bodu was the national organizer, and yet he was the head of operations, and Sami Oku was the national youth leader, and he deputized John Bodu as operations. And so when it comes to the operations aspect, I think this time around they want to follow the trend of how do you call it, the 2020 elections, because of course it helped them win the elections. Now, one thing that really I think I really have interest in that is the campaign, chairperson and the chairman and then the strategist. Really, Dan Kwaku Botry is made the chairperson of the campaign, and he is the strategist. Of course, who else will be the strategist aside Dan Botry? Dan Botry is one of the key members within the party of the NPP who has so much experience in elections and strategies and everything. Come to think of it, Dan Botry's politics date back as far back as the 80s, when he became the 1980s, when he became the general secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, that is NUGS. Right. From there, he progressed to work within the party, and he contested and became the general secretary, right, of the party in 1998. When Dan Botry became the general secretary of the party in 1998, he was able, or he led the party in 2000 to win elections, right? Where that was when President Akufo came to office. Now, from there, Dan Botry has held several positions, such as becoming the Minister of Information. Also coming to contest for the presidential position within the NPP. I think in 2008, Dan Botry contributed strongly to the campaign, the NPP campaign in 2008. He contributed to the campaign in 2009. So, the campaign in 2012. So you realize that in 2008, he was part of the team and he played a critical role. In 2012, he was made the director of campaign strategies. So, of course, he has the experience. So he was the director of party strategies in 2012. And in 2016 as well, he was campaign strategist for the NPP. And it was in 2016 that they won. So when it comes to Dan Botry, and he served in parliament for I think 4 consecutive times, right? 16 years, right? This is his 16th year or so in parliament, if I'm not mistaken. So he has the experience, right? He has what it is to, as it were, to mobilize and to galvanize. He's a strategist, by definition. So he chairing the entire campaign, I think he brings to bear some form of experience, some form of wisdom and strategy, and of course the role that they have given him really fit him because he's done it before, and he's known for that. And then he will be deputized by Fred Owari. Of course, Fred Owari has been vice chair of the party, for some time now, right? In 2020 and 2012, before the 2012 election, he served as the vice chair of the party, and he was also part of the campaign strategic team, or he was part of the campaign team of the NPP in 2012. So you would, also realize that Fred Owari is coming with some experience, right, on the table, right? Now, you'd also realize that one aspect of the campaign is the electoral affairs, and that is Peter McMenu. I'm a solid guy. Peter McMenu, has been an instrumental member of their party, right? So in 2012, he played a key role in the party, right? He served as the party chairperson. Right, he served as a party chairperson even in the lead up to the 2008 elections. He served as a party chairperson, right, and he played a key role in the campaign. In 2012, he was part of the campaign team, as I said earlier. And Peter McMenu, is known for his communication, is known for his eloquence, and is known for, his smartness. So he coming on board, I think he's able to bring to bear some result. Now, in 2016, Peter McMenu managed the campaign for, President Akufo-Addo. So he managed President Akufo-Addo's campaign in 2016. and that was when they won election. And going to the 2020 elections, the party continued to make him the manager of the campaign. So he was still the campaign manager for the campaign in 2020. And so you realize that he's bringing some kind of experience on board, apart from being the former national chairperson of the party. Now, again, the campaign also comes with what they call a senior campaign aide, right, of the presidential candidate of the party. And you have engineer Kwabena Ejapon in the picture. Now, Kwabena Ejapon, I mean, having served as the general secretary of the party for some time now, right? He served as the general secretary of the party. He has contested for the presidential position of the party, or if you want, the flag bearership of the party for some time now. Kwabena J is very eloquent. In fact, some people have even tipped him for the vice presidential position to His Excellency, how do you call it, Bawumia. Some are saying that he will be a good pair to the vice president or to the leader of the NPP going to the 2024 election. But I mean, this is my point. Having accepted the position to be a senior aide to the entire campaign or to the presidential candidate, I think that he has ceded the opportunity really to be named as the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I mean, this is my personal position though. So Kwabena J, I mean, brings to bear some experience. You have John Bodu there. John Bodu also being a former general secretary of the party until recently when JFK Kodia, how do you call it, overthrew him from the general secretary position. He was the general secretary of the party. Samia Uku, I mean, going into the presidential primaries or the internal elections of the NPP, Samia Uku managed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign, right? And now he's being made a senior advisor to the campaign. So you realize that Samia Uku really, I mean, brings to bear some experience because he managed the candidate to win the elections, right? Now, one thing you should also know is that when it comes to Samia Uku, because he is contesting for parliamentary position, that is why they have decided not to give him more active role within the party or within the campaign, so that he can also have time to focus on his parliamentary elections, which he is a candidate for the NPP in that constituency. Of course, you also have communications directorate also being headed by Dennis Miracle Abwaje. I think Dennis is a new face to me. There's a new face in this whole election, right? Though he's played some role before, he's been a DC within the party before. But when it comes to the communication bit at the national level, really, I think that for the past 4 years or so, he has really distinguished himself when it comes to communicating for the party. So I think many people were not surprised really to see Dennis being named as the chair or the head of the communications of the entire campaign. And I think it's interesting, right? I mean, one other thing that, or one key area maybe I would want to touch on before I end is the research. And research, of course, truly, is being headed by Dr. Isaac Owusu-Mensah. Dr. Isaac Owusu-Mensah is a former lecturer, right, of the University of Ghana Political Science Department. And in the lead up to the 2012 elections, in the lead up to the 2016 elections, in the lead up to the 2020 elections, now Dr. Isaac Owusu-Mensah, I mean, especially in 2012 or so, together with his colleagues at the Political Science Department, conducted a series of researches, right, which pointed to the fact that Akufo-Addo was winning the elections. And it appears as though that all their predictions came true and Akufo-Addo won the elections. Then he was poached from the university and then he was made the director of research at the presidency. So really not surprising to see him as well leading the research team of the presidential candidate of the NPP. And so that's by way of analysis on this show. I mean, I will bring you up to speed on most of the things that will be happening before, and doing and after the election. So just stay tuned, be listening to my content, and subscribe to my platform. Of course, if today is the first time you are joining us, subscribe to the platform or to the channel and share my content with all your friends. Let's learn together, and more coming soon. Thank you for watching.